Hi everyone, it's April the 29th, 2018. I got that right, had to check my watch. And I haven't contributed to YouTube in quite a while on my channel, and so this is a continuation or a restart, whatever you want to call it, to continue on. I'll tell you a little bit of what has happened and how I'm moving forward, progressing, and making an income in a very rural area. I don't live near any major centers, so we have to be very entrepreneurial. If you don't have a job where the government puts money in your pocket, so and I'm finding out that market gardening takes more than reading books. It takes skill that is developed over years. In other words, it's truly a profession. I really admire those people that do it as a profession. They're absolutely phenomenal, and I hope that one day I'll be able to call myself a professional market gardener myself. But it does take years. It's not something that you do over a few seasons. It's something that you do over several seasons, just like any other when you're good at any other profession. So my previous profession, which is still my profession, is I was project manager, as well as I have a cabinet shop as well, and now that's all part and parcel of it. I build commercial cabinets. That's an industry, but a business that I started off as well, which is very financially draining. And of course, any business that you start is very time draining as well. It's like having a baby. You're actually creating a baby for yourself, where there's a lot of falling, there's a lot of learning, there's a lot of everything. And even though I'm a professional at it, when you're starting up a new shop, it's there's always the challenges that you face. And what I've decided to do, I've decided to keep my shop small. That's my intent. Instead of going, it's actually going contrary to the grain of larger shops. A huge emphasis on technology, and but I have nothing against technology. I use the technology that I can, but I believe in efficiency as well, and I believe that a lot of modern shops, they use technology as their efficiency, but they forget the efficiency of flow as well. So this is something that I believe where I can have an advantage. And of course, it's a very competitive market in the commercial industry. Residential is probably even more competitive, which is why I'm not into it, because even the high-end ones are not really very customized in what they can produce, and that's what I have to keep my brain going. So I need to. The commercial one allows me to be more involved, and of course allows me to use my brain a little bit more as well. And I'll show you that. I'll show you my shop, go through it. But in the meantime, not much has changed here. I'm just doing some repairs. That big door that I'm pointing to right now, which really isn't used, I built that in so a tractor can go in and out, or a larger machine going in and out. Kind of story I did it because it seems like after every winter it comes down. I got to put it back up again, and it's a bit of a sore spot for me. So that's something I want to overcome somehow by doing something a little bit different. I have some repairs in the plastic I've got to repair. That's not a big deal, and I'll show you what I do have to do here in the front where the double doors came down. So you can see over here, double doors came down. Here's the other. That's the other door right there. So I've got to put that back up there. And today was a good day because we got rain. I had some other plans today. Actually, I was going to finish trimming that long hedge over there with my son, and I did half of it last Sunday, and I'll do half the remaining of it today. The rain is stopped, so I need about an hour of time to do that, and it's just cleanup time as well. Last week I did some cleaning. I got some of the flower beds done as well, but there's still a lot of sticks and everything on the ground. I'm going to have to get my family to go over it with me and help me out a little bit, see what we can do. So this is the the hoop house. You've seen it before in other videos. Nothing new here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the Grillo, turn over the soil. Now, one thing is interesting that I've discovered, and we'll see her. She's probably playing with a shrew or a mouse, and she's checking it out there. But one thing I've discovered, which is really interesting, never knew this, but I'm going to have to go over with a wheelbarrow and pick up the rocks. And what happens over the winter season is that the rocks are exposed and they are basically squeezed out of the ground, and the springtime is an excellent time to remove large rocks that you may have that surface. And this is a phenomenon that's new to me. And it's not too new to a farmer that's been, in the business for a long time and has newer ground, and they experience this every spring. But it's an opportunity to take a little space like this, to take maybe half an hour, just go over it, pick up the stones and the rocks that are there. I'll take this off my tripod here, because I film everything by my phone, and I'll show you the little rocks and all the debris here, as well as one of my other dogs. He decided to chew up. But you can see these rocks all over that were non-existent basically last fall, and because of the frost, and the thaw cycle, it'll squeeze those rocks to the surface, and then you can pick them up, and the same thing in the field. Now, what I'm going to do this year, I'm going to concentrate most of my work just in the hoop house. I want to get really, really good at growing stuff. Instead of growing quantity, I want to grow quality, and I want to grow it well. So my strategy this year is to just concentrate on growing smaller amounts, understanding what their needs are, what the plant's needs are. And of course, things like carrots and kale. Kale will pretty much grow anywhere, so we don't have to worry about kale. So I'll grow a few rows of kale and a few rows of really nice carrots as well. Carrots that you usually can't buy in a grocery store, that are, of course, are in huge demand at market gardens. And I'll see about ornamentals too. I do have ornamental pots. I wanted to grow that, and so I might tackle that as well this year. Maybe a dozen pots, and see what comes of it. So I'm gonna hopefully be more consistent in my posting on Facebook, so I can share with you, and we can have some fun together. Until the next time I'll probably end up showing you my shop. We'll go into the shop. I'll show you my little shop. On this phase here, this spring, we're just trying to create more efficiencies in the shop, and so I'll go through that with you as well, because when I started it up, we were just going gangbusters, didn't have a lot of time to actually create the efficiencies that I wanted. But now that I have a few weeks here that I can spend doing little things here and there, I want to increase the efficiency. So till next time, I will have speaks with you later. Bye-bye.